bracing the chance to have a say in their country's future. Overseas voting ends on the 16th of March, while Thailand will go to the polls on the 24th of March. Lily Ying, Channel News Asia, Singapore.
Joining the millions of North Koreans to cast his vote today is leader Kim Jong-un. It's the second election since Kim took power. He received quite a welcome by supporters in Pyongyang. The North Korean leader is the most prominent candidate of all. His power rests in his complete control over the ruling party, government and military. Turnout is always close to 100%, and voting is mandatory for those aged 17 and above. Elsewhere, India has announced that national polls will run from 11th April to 19th May. More than 800 million voters will be involved in the massive polls in the world's biggest democracy. They'll elect 543 lawmakers to India's lower house of parliament, which governs the nation from the capital, New Delhi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is seeking for a second term. His ruling Bharatiya Janata Party faces a challenge from Rahul Gandhi's left-leaning Congress Party. Opinion polls suggest ebbing support for the BJP, who lost 3 key state election victories to Congress in December. A measles outbreak in the South Island of New Zealand has prompted a scramble to deliver thousands of vaccines to health centres in Canterbury district. There are now 22 confirmed cases. Health officials warn the number is expected to rise over the coming days. The health centres have been running out of vaccines since the start of the outbreak in late February. 3,000 vaccines have been bought by Sunday, and more are to be delivered to the affected region by Wednesday. Closer to home, simmering tensions boil over again in Myanmar's Rakhine State. 9 policemen have been killed by insurgents from the rebel Arakan army. Local officials said the attack took place last night at a police post in a village about 50 kilometers north of Sitwe. A leaked police report says weapons were also taken from the police station. The Arakan army has been targeting state security forces in its struggle for more autonomy for Rakhine. And in Indonesia, a train has derailed, injuring 17 people. It was traveling from the capital Jakarta to Bogor when the accident occurred. According to local media, an electric pole allegedly fell over and hit the train. 2 of the carriages tipped over. Emergency services evacuated the commuters and sent the injured to hospital. Investigations are underway. Staying in Indonesia, hundreds have gathered for a mud bath on the tourist island of Bali. Known locally as Mebug Bugan, the ritual, which falls a day after the annual Day of Silence festival, is believed to purify and remove bad luck and negative energy. In the past, participants were naked during the festivities, but in the mid-20th century, locals grew more uncomfortable with public nudity. The practice was then halted for 6 decades until being revived 3 years ago, on the understanding that participants were allowed to wear clothes. Time for a quick break, but up next to News 5. It's more than just diaper changing and feeding toddlers. We take you through a day in the life of an educator. Stay with us.
Weather report brought to you by Mitsubishi Electric.